EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we culminate pivotal Week 14 with a great Monday night matchup between our and off we go from SoFi Stadium. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Now the first carry here for the running back. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Here comes the Rams punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Ooh, with a juke. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
The warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And it's good to make it 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
They, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, Gant.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. His throw incomplete. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson.
And he is going to have a Rams first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll look to throw again. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. This one from 46 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. Throwing right, and that's complete. His first catch good for 8 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd and 9 now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. 2nd and 5. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Down to about the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Tyson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On second down now, Gant. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
At the 16-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
I like this focus here because he wasn't thinking about making that one big. I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They're going to look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And that drive is going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on 3rd down, but on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Fielded just outside the goal line. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
At the 25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schmidt. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup there.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl.
That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. A 20-point win, 34-14, the final. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Gillislee, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Rams, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So good work on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now on now is the punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now a handoff up the middle. Gant, and not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
They got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And taken at the 46. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
It's now 2nd and 6. The 43-yard line.
2nd and 6. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Schmidt. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Second and 12.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
A drive there of just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. L.A. readies for its next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
He'll look to throw. And comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 51 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stepping the man down. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
The pass complete to number 2. A 7-yard pickup brings up
2nd and 3. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at about the 14. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They go play action here on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to the 42, second down. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Back to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. And that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this fourth quarter deficit.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
The pass complete to number 5. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
They'll set up a throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Number 7. It's a gain of 4. Makes it third and
They'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Rams. From 17 yards out. And the Rams have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
The offense back out on the field here following the 2-minute warning. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and it certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well. And always a joy to be up here in the booth next to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be up here in the booth next to you as well. Thanks for taking the time, and let's go ahead and get ready for our next one, right? I'll see you in the film room. Get that preparation started now.